Hello, hello all.
What
Hello,
up?
friends.
Welcome
Aw,
back.
yeah.
We're back on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2 tonight.
Maverick.
We've got... I mean, we technically started the case last time, but we didn't get that far into it, possibly because, like, the last half hour was just me being horny on Maine. For a man that,
man, you're
I should
outing
point
yourself.
out, we have not seen his face yet.
Oh yeah. What's up with
I don't know. I assume at some point we will. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But still would smash after 2 days of sleep. So, introductions. I'm Kels. I play Dianosuke Naruhodo and Bailiff Elmo. And that's literally it. You can see me. Hi.
Hello, my name is Manabingu. I am a resident VA in Gremlin. I play Gremlins, actually. Yeah, I play all the Gremlins. And the prosecution, and yeah, we think he's a vampire, so I'm just gonna keep that headcanon. Yeah.
Look, we have now
He has a
seen that
cape.
there is technically wine. Well, we think there's probably wine in the barrels, but there could still be dead bodies, so it has not been confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh. Guys, can we not?
And that is our resident puppies.
Yeah.
My name is Lemur. That was Maverick. You cannot see us, but you can certainly hear us. Maverick. Sorry. Speaking of being horny, go away. My female dog is getting out of heat, so we've been in a little bit of just Maverick keeps having to go to horny jail. Anyway, so that's if he's extra spicy, that's why. Anyway, my name is Lemur. I play Susato, the judge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it right now because we reset the case. So
Yes.
that's all I got.
Woo.
We'll see.
All right.
I picked up that Lord dude because I literally spent the last half an hour of stream doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you picked up Lord Strongheart, I think.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of time not doing much. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll take him.
All right, so let's recap. Shamspear broke down and insisted he rightfully owns Selden's loot and can't be arrested as long as he confesses to nothing. We had to find the loot using Olive's key and Sholmes' chemicals, which he helpfully provided when he crashed the trial. Shamspear gave up and confessed to accidentally killing Duncan Ross when trying to drive him out with the gas. Olive confessed her regrets about Ross, how she figured out he was killed by gas sabotage, and that she bought poison from the black market to test if Shamspear was responsible for it. They were both arrested, and Olive thanked us for showing her how to embrace life. Natsume reflected on how English literature drew him to Britain, and now he just wants to get the fuck out and just write. And he will proceed to write the book that many of us had to read in school. When the treasure in the ceiling was uncovered, it was a massive, seemingly blood-stained, gem-encrusted collar. We assume belongs to the Hound of Baskervilles, which is why Sholmes makes everyone pretend this case never happened. Sholmes immediately made Gregson take the evidence away when we noticed the clues on it and forbid Iris from writing about this case. Our next case will take us to the Great Exhibition of London. The Great Exhibition showed off an electrical teleporter that was supposed to send a dude to the Crystal Tower. Iris wanted to go to the exhibition, but we're too depressed because we got disbarred and Susato left 6 months ago. The newspaper also mentioned Von Zieks and his compatriot getting attacked by gunmen because the Reaper is unpopular. Weird. Wonder why. Iris made us chaperone her to the exhibit after begging Strongheart for our job back. Strongheart let us back in court if we take the case of Odie Assman's fatal teleporter incident defending Albert Harebrain. He also bored us to death talking about wanting to establish a forensic investigation division. Strongheart told us Von Zieks survived the attack, which was a retaliation for his prosecuting Assman over bribing jurors. He also mentioned that he keeps Von Zieks around as a prosecutor because he's effective, his curse hasn't been proven to be his fault, and some other reason that he just won't divulge. In Von Zieks' office, we saw his mute, masked apprentice in law/combat. We got a little spicy on that one. Just a little, though. I've been worse. Von Zieks mentioned that Hairbrain was his old university buddy, and that won't stop him from prosecuting, though he denies being responsible for the Reaper curse. But he doesn't fight his reputation because it scares people out of doing crime. We also noticed a scale model of the exhibition, the wine coffins, and a portrait that looks like Von Zieks, but he says it's not him. Yeah, remember, the portrait is actually attractive. Thank you, Iris.
That's right. I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
Our wild tinfoil hat conspiracy is that the collar belongs to the secret Von Zieks, love child with strong heart. We have a racism count of 1, and yes, technically we saw a bunch of hallowed chalices, but we're only counting the ones he drinks from. All right. I need to start loading because this takes a second. Yeah, the only way a dead body gets into Von Zieks' wine is because he put McGilded's cremated ashes in the fertilizer for the grapes that make the hollowed wine.
God.
He seems like the type that would do that.
He would.
Yeah. He also seems like the type that would make his own wine.
Yes, agreed.
All right, let's actually meet our client like we were supposed to. 20 seconds. Look, like we wanted to see if Von Zieks was okay or if we lost our fuck buddy. So, 22nd of October, local prison, cell 11. The warden said cell 11. That's this one. I forgot about her hat. That's still so cute.
She's so cute.
Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner. Look.
What's his name again? Professor Albert Hairbrain, wasn't it? Excuse me? Professor Hairbrain?
I'll take him since I don't have anybody right now.
Sounds good.
Yeah, do it.
Oh. Oh, Joy, I have the stream open on 2 devices, and one of them claims you're offline. Well, that's not true.
Oh,
yeah, that is very much not true. So...
Make him sound like a nerd.
Maverick, keep your dirty paws to yourself. We're having a touching issue now. Who are you?
I'm Nionosuke Naruhodo. I'm a defense lawyer.
A lawyer?
Was it something I said? What?
We'll see if I can stick with the voice.
Happy about that.
You got this.
A lawyer, you say? Whatever. Anyway, what would you be here about the experiment?
You mean how you murdered someone?
Are you going to defend my hypothesis?
Your hypothesis? Sorry,
Yeah, Twitch is out to get us. Can confirm. Not a conspiracy.
Not a conspiracy.
Not a
like,
conspiracy.
no. Invite all your friends to watch us. Maybe if we get more popular, they'll stop trying to take us offline.
Yesterday's demonstration. That demonstration was that magnificent demonstration.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's not like I've been speaking for almost, the better part of 31 years or anything.
No.
But, it was an out-and-out success by anyone's calculations.
Whose calculations?
Mine. I wanted to kill somebody.
Let us not die.
Despite that, no one listens. No lawyer believes in the science. When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity.
Well, lucky for you, I'm stupid and don't understand the science. So, we can skip that explanation.
Science?
Yeah.
Ha!
Sorry.
Sorry.
Now is probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave for a while, too. We're going to be very mature during this. I'm seeing it already. All right. You mentioned the demonstration yesterday.
That's me.
That's you.
And the papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he?
What? I love that. I love that for him.
I'm sorry. I'll stop trying to laugh at myself. Yes, you could interpret the results that way if you really wanted to.
Okay, what's the alternate explanation here?
Well, I suppose in the strictest sense, the experiment was a failure. But at the same time, it was great success.
My dude, this is the kind of explanation I tried to give when I failed tests to try to spin it. This isn't going very well for you.
But you see, in a way,
Yeah.
failing was me succeeding.
Exactly. Look, like, I learned from my mistakes. I did not actually learn from my mistakes, but it sounds really good. You've lost me.
I have my own idea. Mr. Aspen was spontaneously look for the brilliant that are outside. Heartedly believes in the skill Sherlock shows, so we'll believe you.
Well, and the other thing is that the jury generally, for some reason, believes in the deductive skills of Sherlock Holmes, so we've got a shot.
Believe it, but we'll figure it out.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations had predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed into the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. Yeah, kinesis. However,
Spontaneous combustion?
The machine exploded, and Mr. Assman, in fact, perished.
yes, I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure.
So what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Assman was an accident, correct?
But the bigwigs had you arrested on suspicion of murder.
Am I still breaking up?
No, you're better now. I think your network just had a quibble.
It was having a hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a theory as to maybe what's happening there, but
Yep.
we're gonna have to call an electrician to maybe actually get that fixed.
Fun.
I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here.
Okay, we're going real good on the defense side.
And for that, I wish to be punished at once. I don't know why I decided he needed to say it that way.
So he wants to be punished for killing a man.
Oh.
Could it be that is the reason why the defense lawyers all walked away? Maybe, just possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But murder? Never in a million years. It was accident. It was accident. It was an accident.
I see.
Harley and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder.
How exactly?
Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody.
On what grounds?
Ah, yes. It's newly established here in Britain. The special dispensation?
Yeah.
Dispensation? I don't know. Per Scientific Equipment Act.
I think a dispensation?
I think it's dispensation too.
Why do they have to keep giving me more difficult words?
That's a big word for Elmo.
That's a big word for Elmo.
Okay, that one passed me by. How have I been studying for 6 months and there's still shit that I'm like, what? What does that
What?
mean? There's that law? What law? What did I actually study for the past 6 months?
Who knows?
But if the case is treated as murder, then they'll see.
Oh wait, that's you.
Then they'll say my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to pour over it as much as they'd like. They're gonna tell my secrets.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing.
If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how it's made, and then they'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. Yeah, to be fair to us, this is a new law. You're right, chap.
That's fair.
But
But also, we have been studying for the last 6 months. We've done nothing else.
maybe it literally just went into effect. Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know.
Knowing Ryunosuke, who knows? The machine must be protected from that at all costs.
To be fair, we are very good at digging up really old, like, esoteric laws that no one else knows about. The new laws haven't helped us at all. So, like,
Yeah, I think you're in on the ground. What? Sorry.
I was thinking,
I
like,
was going to say that I think.
go ahead.
Nope.
Go ahead.
You go.
Okay. I was just saying that we're gonna go into this next trial with like screw the examination summation. There was like some law in 800 AC or whatever. You know, like I get to challenge the judge or the prosecution to, I don't know, a duel.
Yeah.
You go now.
What I was going to say is that I think chat is definitely on the ground floor with this of a good bet on so they said that bet the real culprit wants to steal the machine. So I agree.
Seems realistic, logical, possible.
I'm sure there's a way that this game will make it completely insane instead. That's why it's imperative this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial.
Oh, I see now. So basically, he still wants to be guilty because he is guilty.
Yeah.
He just wants it to be known it was an accident so that his machine doesn't end up in the wrong hands. Okay, this seems somehow easier than everything else we've done, but like you said, this game is undoubtedly going to throw us for a loop. So, in short, there was a terrible accident at the Grand Exhibition Showground yesterday.
Yes, or rather no. The devil's in the details, strictly speaking. Scientifically speaking. There was a terrible explosion.
Sounds the same to me.
You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating.
Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible, using a sufficiently high voltage, to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. That's that in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see. That's my amazing hypothesis.
Isn't that the hypothesis he's been trying to protect? That he just told us?
I mean, we are his lawyer.
That's fair. And to be fair, it's me and a 10-year-old, so we probably don't look like we're that smart, even though Iris is undoubtedly the smartest of all of us, so... I agree with chat. We do have a sword, but we would not win in a duel with Funsies.
We would die.
We could, like, I don't know,
In 2
try to
seconds.
start stripping or something and hope that he got embarrassed and looked away, but that's about the only play we've got here.
Damn, that's the only way we can win, by
Yeah.
being a hoe.
Yeah, you know, look, we win trials by being a hoe. Like, I don't know why we would go any other tactic. Gosh, that's unimaginably high-level science.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's hit him with that classic sci-fi conundrum. If the teleporter transmits your particles and reassembles them, isn't that just killing you and making you a clone? I think that will make this man's brain explode.
See, I don't understand about this hypothesis. Like, I understand, like, you hit something with high enough voltage, it breaks apart. But how does it come back together again? I should also point out, I've never taken a physics class. So that may be where the disconnect is happening.
I mean, we can't really apply actual...
That's fair.
Like, 2024 logic and knowledge, because it does not exist.
Yeah.
Unless I'm incorrect.
I mean, to be fair, he did indeed demonstrate here that if you hit something with high enough voltage, it explodes.
Yes.
So that was a success.
Yes.
I don't think that was the actual hypothesis, but, you know, he proved something.
But you are thinking like Hairbrain, so he would be excited.
I'm in his mind.
Oh, but dare to imagine it. Dare to dream of such incredible technology. The future. Oh, no, it's over. Just think. Sorry. The one moment I could be here in this cell, and the next I could be at the Great Exhibition again.
That would be called breaking out of jail, sir.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that right now. Well, yes. That would be incredible.
The next, in the mere blink of an eye, I could be at a great Parisian theater, say. The possibilities are endless. The whole of our vast planet would be within reach.
So, no more hiding in wardrobes on rocky seas for 50 days? Count me in!
Does he think that's how he's gonna get home?
I mean, it kind of sounds like it, yes. Susato's got a wardrobe.
Oh, I don't really see it like that.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantly, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel like it had shrunk.
My word, that's exactly right. What are the implications? What does this mean? He's having a moment.
Oops,
Yep.
That's got Professor Buddybrain really worried by the look of it.
Clearly, this is yet another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose.
Yes. The point is, my calculations are flawless. The science works.
The ethics are questionable, but the science works.
Yeah, we could go in an instant. We could go from stuck in Britain with Sholmes and Von Zieks to being back at Susato's side in Japan.
If only.
But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. And that's always the fly in the ointment.
Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Wow, money that young scientists like you don't have.
Oh.
I mean, how young is he?
Yeah.
He was
Actually, can we check?
Yes.
Can we check?
Yeah.
He's 33.
33?
So is Von Zieks, in case you wanted to know.
Whoa, twinsies.
Sholmes is 34.
34?
Damn.
Oh.
I keep forgetting Susato's only 16.
16.
How old are we?
Wait, what the fuck?
I think we're early 20s.
Are we? Wait. Oh, we can't see ourselves.
We can't
Fuck.
see ourselves.
That's dumb.
But I think we were able to see it in when Susato was the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that we're like early 20s.
A baby.
Weird.
That's exactly it. Yes. Chat thinks we're 23.
Oh.
That is about what I was guessing, so I agree with chat.
I agree with chat too.
Ali's always complaining about it. He says the government should invest more in science.
Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Aspen.
The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident, you mean?
Yes.
The victim.
The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. Odie Assman, wasn't it? What exactly was your relationship with the man? Sexual, 100%.
Can't confirm.
Damn, didn't even blink twice for that one. Just breathed it out. Nice.
He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now.
Laboratory.
Does that mean I should be trying to do a German accent? I cannot do a German accent.
He's British, remember? He just moved to
Wait.
Germany.
Okay.
Because he was classmates with Von Zieks.
Okay, that's right. I mean, my point still stands. I can't do accents, so the only one that I have remotely on is Southern, is American Southern. I'm appropriate here. He said, "Well, I'm doing the active hypothesis. I think it's Easter."
I see. So you hadn't really known each other until then.
Breaking up again.
Yep, breaking up again.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here.
Money for scientific research. I'm so envious.
As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel.
Oh. Really?
An archangel, even. Biblically accurate.
Typically, yeah.
He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for presentation at the Great Exhibition. Oh, we dancing.
We're dancing.
And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research from the British government.
I have to say, one of my favorite things from this game so far is just like the physicality of the characters. Because
Yeah.
everyone's got some really good body expressions, even if I continue to do them on camera. Make a fool of myself on the internet. It's fine. What's new?
Mr. Aspen provided me with money and an exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my precise specifications.
But then your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion.
As you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Aspen.
So wait, he didn't even build the machine.
Yeah, I was thinking.
So how is he on the hook for murder? Because he pulled this lever?
Pull the lever, clunk, crunk. Crunk lever.
I would never, ever have thought of making that or taking that man's life. Or making it.
Well, he seems genuine enough. I don't think he's lying. High maybe, but not lying. Hi, have you seen my attorney's armband? This is gonna get weird. I can see it already.
Boy, alright. Well, before we do that, chat says, Galaxy Brain. Aspen tried to fake his death with the machine, but the real culprit turned it into a real death.
It's a possibility. I wouldn't say no to that.
Maverick. Yeah. Fascinating, yes.
In Japan, where I come from, it's the symbol of a defense lawyer. Wearing it is very bracing, I find.
Your words make some sense to me, but they're entirely illogical.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, I find this white laboratory coat that I wear for my work very bracing, too. However, in my case, there is a perfectly logical reason for that feeling.
Oh, really? What is it?
I purchased the wrong size by mistake. This one's too small for me.
Yeah, that would do it.
The sleeves, especially, are extremely bracing. I can barely move my wrists.
That's what you call logical, is it?
Of course, it's entirely logical. That's science, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay. You seen the news? You're on it.
How could this happen?
You must feel awful. Absolutely awful. Let me just poke that wound a few more times. As well as a man losing his life, the Crystal Tower was greatly damaged too.
What?
That?
I did for the demonstration.
Frankfurters? Is that just like hot dogs? Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Lemur sounded like me? What? Wait, in what way? In what way? In what way, though? Like one of my voices?
I don't know.
Really bad.
I mean, it's a little bit better, but it's still breaking up pretty decently.
So what is that normal? I just is being a chat, just not. Oh boy. Somebody want to take over Hairbrain for me?
There we go.
For
Okay,
maybe a
you're
minute?
back.
Oh, never mind.
Nope. Yeah, I was gonna be like you.
I couldn't figure out what you were saying, but you came back, so we're good.
I was hoping if I just kept talking, it was either you were going to get the hint that somebody needed to take over for me, or that I would come back. So I'm glad
you came back.
It worked. Jesus. Oh yeah, now my Twitch feed is actually updating too.
Yay.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, since my weird tech issues have been starting, I've been playing videos on my TV just on mute, so that way I can keep an eye
Yeah?
if things are happening, and the video also paused, and I was like, yep. Anyway, but instead of saying anything, I just slipped the coins into my pocket. They're still there now. It's divine retribution for my wrongdoing, that's what this is.
For a scientist, he has some very illogical anecdotes.
And
Long
anecdote, yes.
and illogical. Can I have the coins in your pocket? I'd, never get paid.
Give us your lunch money, nerd.
Exactly.
No. I mean, if we are gonna be his lawyer, he is gonna pay us, so...
Yeah?
You know. We will get his lunch money. We will.
Let's
Eventually.
look around. Okay. Well, Von Zeeks is still not amused.
He's still angry.
Home. 22nd of October. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Do I just leave that stove on all the time? The fuck is wrong with me? Okay, we don't really need to talk to Iris about what to do. Maybe we do. Okay, what are we missing? Okay, so I have presented everything to the our defendant. I don't have anything else I can present.
Correct. We don't have Susato around. That's what's wrong with us.
That is correct. You know what? I haven't shown you the thingy, so here, look at this. Lord Von Zeeks, about the article in this paper.
Oh, yes. It seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me. Though they did get my good angle,
I was going to say...
I'm not that mad.
That looks posed. Like...
I look great.
Like someone was trying to create an album cover, like...
Exactly.
It's my latest rap album cover.
Yeah, you know, he's just over there handing it out on the corners. Hey, listen to my mixtape. That's what this looks like.
You have heard of Straight Out of Compton. Now listen to Straight Out of London.
There you go.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Wow, I would totally buy that album. It looks as though
Iris, no.
it was taken after the people who attacked you had run away, though.
Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them.
But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems.
That hot-ass bitch.
Yeah. And I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it? I think I'd like to get acquainted. Carnally.
As I mentioned already, they're taking him. He's my apprentice.
Chat's got a fun fact.
Yeah?
For a lot of European history, the advancement primarily by Christian monasteries trying to have a better understanding of the universe as God's creation.
Interesting.
Oh.
It is a fun fact, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him? You know, so that we can have some interesting conversations.
Yes? OMG, the goss. The hot goss.
Yeah, maybe, you know, like...
What's his blood type?
Fun, yeah, what's his blood type? What's his name? What's his address? You know.
Is he free on the weekend?
Yeah, you know, does he have someone he's interested in? You know, fun little details. Yeah. How does he feel about lawyers?
He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. But you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose.
Look, we can do this enemies to lovers thing. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, like you are to Hurley then, Ryuno.
Like what?
Like you're Hurley's apprentice.
I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with a great detective.
He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack.
It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask.
Oh, you like that, don't you? Well, oh Lord Strongheart's orders.
Kinky, but okay.
We don't question him. He just asks us to do things and we just do, okay? Nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity.
But
he could be you or me.
Why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual?
Lord
'Cause my boss said
Strongheart's
so.
August.
Oh my god, I was
Orders
joking.
again. Yup. Nope, you were not joking, actually. It's exactly that.
Because my boss said so.
As the boss said so. He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions.
I hope you're right.
Probably getting married in a masquerade or something. Make it extra. Oh,
Hi,
damn.
gorgeous.
He's staring into your soul.
He is. Oh,
The task is complete. Good. In that case, you can collate all the briefs. Oh, I bet he's really hot.
look, yeah. The instinct to take off that little clip that is keeping the cloak on is absolutely there. Nice to meet you. So how do you feel about defense attorneys? Okay.
Are those bats? Wait, hold the fucking phone. Are
Yeah,
those
those are bats.
bats?
Those are bats.
What the
Which, like maybe Von Zeeks has rabies.
So he is a vampire. Confirmed.
Back to work again. It's okay. I like a man who's married to his work. That was really strange, though.
I like the silent one.
I've never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed. And yet, somehow, it didn't feel like our first encounter.
Fuck.
Hello. Why did we not use that as a pickup line?
Yeah.
Hey, do I know you from somewhere? Maybe you could, take that mask off.
And show me for real.
Like, come on, Like, if I can't remember, you can put the clothes by the bed, just to make sure I've got all my memory there. And I mean, you're already there.
You're already there. Stuff's gonna go down. Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside the office.
Well, I'm in the office right now, so.
Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden it.
Oh. I see. Weird.
Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway, when I'm right here?
Because he's hotter.
Damn.
Like, sorry.
That's just spoiled again.
You're not even as hot as the painting you possibly have of yourself. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. I mean, sorry. I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture.
Oh my god.
We are so down bad for this man. What the?
All right. I feel like on this note, let's catch up with what chat's been saying.
Yeah.
Now that we're flustered.
Hello, masked apprentice. If you won't put on the headband and be our replacement Kazuma, can you hold this book and be our locum Susato?
Exactly.
And then I suppose Sholmes is kind of our mentor, if I'm right about him knowing how wrong his deductions are and trying to guide us into the right way to correct them. And finally, can we draw a Kazuma mask and make him wear it?
Yeah. Look,
Ooh. Yeah.
He can honestly keep the mask on during sex. I don't care. Like,
helmet stays on. No.
Exactly.
Whoa.
And of course, hot off the presses. I feel like if this was supposed to be a painting of Von Zeeks himself, he would try to take credit for that being that handsome.
I mean, he would, but the thing is that Iris is the one who called him ugly. So, and how do you argue with a 10-year-old that roasts you? There's just no coming back from that.
Well, actually, young lady, I'm very attractive for my age. And how old is that?
Yeah.
None of your beeswax.
Yeah. Look, to be fair, we keep saying he's technically got more than 1 foot in the grave, considering the fact we think he's undead. But,
Oh, yeah.
Both feet firmly planted.
Yeah,
Firmly planted in there.
he goes back to his coffin to sleep at night.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just how it goes. It couldn't be.
Oh, yes. There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes, I will make out with your apprentice. Thank you for asking.
No, ask that.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
That-
Twitch boot count 6.
Boo!
Or that Nipponese man, is he faring well?
Sorry.
You asking
one.
about me?
Yeah.
Arrested twice in succession 6 months ago, with the stoop and the moustache and the jitters and that.
Oh, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yes, that one.
I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, you know.
Look, there are 2 Japanese men here. It's me and him.
Yikes.
And I don't feel like those would have been the descriptors Von Zieks would have used for me.
Yeah.
You know, hot, charming, great in bed, like
Best lawyer in the land.
exactly, you know. Lawyer I'd be down to fuck, like is that a LILF?
Lilf?
LILF.
A lilf?
Lawyer I'd like to fuck.
Lilf.
We can make that a new hashtag, it's fine.
Hashtag Lilf.
He's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post just the other day.
I can't believe you're trying to make Lilf a thing. I mean, I see.
I mean, your apprentice is a LILF.
No, he's a Bilf. A prosecutor. Sorry. Well, wow. And that's stream. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case.
Yes, thank you for the advice. And for the conversation. I can't believe he's asking after Soseki-san. After a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried.
I actually care sometimes.
I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turn up for the books.
A mad scientist? Oh, you mean Professor Hairbrain? Yeah, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Von Zieks, I think.
So chat looked it up, and apparently we aren't even old enough to get married without our parents' permission as far as Meiji era code is
Oh,
concerned.
I mean,
well.
I have the question of, where are our parents? Because we skipped continents without telling anybody. And
Yeah,
hiding in
wouldn't we
Kazuma's
die?
luggage.
Wouldn't that be a crime punishable by death?
Are they, like, worried about us? Do we
Do
have
they care?
parents? Yeah.
It's like, oh, it seems he went to go get the milk and never returned.
Yeah, and just never returned.
Never returned with the milk.
All right, let's find out about the Reaper's varsity years.
Ooh, varsity.
I understand Lord Von Zieks is a friend of yours from your university days.
Yes, that's right. He was. Oh, I forgot my voice immediately. Jesus, I get 20 minutes to do nothing, and I immediately am like, I'm just gonna talk. Yes, that's right. He was studying law whilst I was studying science.
What was he like back then?
Good question. Unassuming, gentlemanly, and all around nice fellow, really.
He has a heart.
Sorry, I think you misheard me. I'm talking about the cold-hearted, merciless prosecutor, Barak von Zieks. What was he like when he was at university?
Talk about a leading question, you.
As I said, an unassuming and extremely pleasant gentleman.
Have we ever considered that he just puts on this air to try to act like a bad boy for us?
Yeah.
For us
Absolutely.
specifically.
Us specifically, yes.
Just us. Yeah.
It's like a whole Grease moment thing, Like he's out there in the heels and the, I don't know what you would call that top that she wears there at the
Leather.
end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
Oh my god.
like that's just Von Zieks over there at the prosecution.
Yes, with tight leather pants.
Mm-hmm.
After all, he is the little darling of the Von Zieks. What?
Little
Of the
darling.
Von Zieks family, with all his great aristocratic origins. Little darling.
I need to see this family.
I didn't realize he had quite such noble blood.
Little darling.
Whoa, that's what caught your attention.
Of course.
Little darling.
It was a bit of a shock when I came back to Britain and learnt what he'd become. A vampire.
A vampire. He died.
The Reaper of the Bailey, no less.
Yeah, that's right.
I did hear, though, that there's a very big event in his that completely changed him after graduation.
Really? What sort of event?
Whoa. Whoa there, buddy.
Ah! I'm sorry, but I don't even know anymore.
Sheesh.
I wasn't in the country at the time. I was in Germany already.
Oh. Yes, of course.
He missed the hot goss.
If he's heard all about the Reaper, I really don't have the heart to tell him that Lord Von Zieks will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow. So, Professor, let me just make absolutely sure I've understood you properly. The huge explosion that occurred yesterday, that was an accident, you're saying? You had no intent to harm the victim, who is, in fact, the sole investor in your work. Is that correct?
As correct as 2 squared is 4. I swear it. Yes, it's true that it's true that the man perished in a machine of my invention. So I know that I am far from blameless in all of this, but still. I would never use my discoveries, my inventions, to take a person's life, not in a centillion years. I'm a man of science. That's all I know. You have to believe me, please. Do you believe me? Do you believe in my hypothesis? Science is the pursuit of truth, you know. I've always believed that all my life.
I'm afraid I don't know much about science or your theories. But I do believe you. And I will fight to prove your innocence with all my might. I'm a man of the law. It's all I know. You have to believe me. Please.
When I went to live in Germany after I graduated, I learned something very important. Oh, okay. I was like, where is this going?
Yeah.
Nationality, class, lineage, none of that matters. As long as you try your hardest and you can achieve anything.
Thank you for that, Professor.
And thank you, random citizen, in advance for defending me tomorrow in court. I almost said defeating. I split second away from saying that instead.
All right, Reno, it's time. Time to visit the Great Exhibition. And
sorry?
not die. Well, that's where the incident happened, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose that's true. Time to investigate at last. I can't keep talking to these people. They keep going in weird directions.
Yeah, I would love it if I could not do that voice for a little bit. I made a mistake.
He's gonna be in jail, so I don't think he's coming with us.
For a while.
Good.
All right, 22nd of October, the Great Exhibition Grounds, foot of the Crystal Tower.
Crystal Tower!
The showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times.
There are lots of people, aren't there? I've almost been trodden on 3 times, too.
Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand.
Yippee!
We've finally made it through the throngs, though.
That's a weird sentence.
Say that 3 times fast.
Throngs, though.
By the look of it. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage, where the explosion happened yesterday.
Hello? Oh, hello?
Okay. What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. Sounds like an argument.
Stabbing noises?
Oh, nope. Gina!
Oh, Gina! Let's go!
Yay, my child! My other child!
Right, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you, I'll arrest you in a minute.
Pretty sure I was Gina, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Go on then. Spectre, give it a shot. You ain't got no evidence, and you know it.
Yeah, give him hell, Gina. A-cab. Wait, I know those voices.
You got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady. But a night in the cells will teach you some manners.
Oi, stay away from my child.
Just try it, I dare ya. If you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat.
There are other places you can ram it too.
Damn.
Yoo-hoo! Rexy! What are you doing up there?
Not the child.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He completely panics it, Iris.
No! It's you here! You here! Here you are! Oh, your ladyship! How are you, your ladyship? I dare you well, your ladyship.
Does that make her 3 times lady?
Triple lady.
Well, her ladyship needs a nap.
It's far too busy everywhere, and yes, I do need a nap.
And a juice box.
And a juice box. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue.
Unbelievable! I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite. In no time, I'll pull some strings for you.
Tobias Gregson, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be.
Watch it, sunshine!
Sorry.
What gives then?
Out loud again.
Don't tell me you're on the case.
Yes, I'm acting for the defense.
So we're here to investigate.
Dear me, that's the situation, is it?
Is it really that troubling?
Take a measly 5 bob. Is that all you got? Oh, it's okay.
You're a lawyer, ain't you? You could stand to carry a bit more copper around in your pockets, Mr. Nara Odo.
Girl, I've been out of work for 6 months. Hey, that's my last bit of spending money, that is.
Rub.
How long did it take for Gregson to get his job back for evidence tampering? If it's less than half the time we spent disbarred, I'm calling BS.
Seriously, he did worse than we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all have it back. Y'all can have it back, Jesus. But I'll have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob.
Damn.
She drives a hard bargain. That is my daughter.
Charging us for our own shit back?
Yep. This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket, or diver, born and bred in the East End of London. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is the young girl I was defending in court.
What's your problem, Odo? Diver, pickpocket? What's with all the name calling? You want a bag of chips rammed down your throat and all, do you?
I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assumed you'd been up to your usual tricks here at the showground.
That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Odo. Half a year's gone, or half a year's a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now.
No!
Holy shit.
Learning to be a Scotland Yard detective. No!
No!
Shit.
I'm disowning my daughter.
Oh, hell no.
So you'll have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now.
Okay, that's cute.
Hey.
That's
Okay,
so cute.
We're back. And we're back.
We're not back. I'm still disowning her. But that's so cute.
Yeah.
Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely.
We got it out of her cereal box. The inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls her that. For what it's worth, anyway, investigating is off the cards for all of us.
You all working beat?
What's that supposed to mean?
Right, well, I'll be back up top. You hold the fort down here, alright?
Right, sir.
Ooh, she said sir.
This raises a lot of questions.
Real.
Why have we not talked to her in 6 months?
Yeah.
Did we leave the house at all?
Sub with that.
Did we just like curl up in a ball when Susato left and didn't come out again? Ever?
Pretty much.
It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina, in connection with a case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder.
I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realized I couldn't go on like I was. The diving weren't working out.
Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Jenny. Well done.
So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective?
You got it. Good, isn't it? Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, eh?
Poor Gregson is gonna wake up tomorrow and the new Herlock Sholmes story is going to have Gina in it instead of him.
Yeah.
Talk about a
We'll be
sea
so
change.
devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat says in Holmes canon, Sherlock considers Lestrade to be the smarter of the two inspectors between him and Gregson.
I mean, I think it's still probably accurate.
In any universe.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Including
there's
this.
Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
And then there's Iris's old man to think about.
Iris's father, you mean? Oh yeah, Iris doesn't know what happened to her father.
She.
Whoops.
Yep. Yeah, I promised
still
her,
hiding
didn't I?
that.
I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out the stops looking for him.
Just a small promise then. Nothing serious.
Mm.
Oh, Jenny, you're so sweet.
So anyway, that's how I that's how come I had to go to the God, I hate this. To Scotland Yard. Only trouble is I don't read so well, do I? Yep, same.
Just a small problem. Nothing serious.
And that's when Hurley approached Gregsy and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Jenny and made her a sort of apprentice.
That was very magnanimous of Inspector Gregson. And brave.
Well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants.
The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words.
Yes. How did you know?
So, the long and short of it is, you've got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade.
Right then, Inspector. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there?
Oh, what do you know what?
Well, 6 months ago, Gina was the defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. A trial in which she was found not guilty. And yet, here she is, still...
Come on, you're not still on about that, are you? The Legend of the Reaper, or whatever it's called. Poor, you don't half worry, Otto.
If I didn't half worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left.
It's like I told you before, isn't it? The Reaper's kind of like him upstairs. So he knows what I'm like on the inside, and I ain't really done nothing wrong.
So the Reaper is God.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Damn.
fair, you know, like with the whole divine retribution thing, like, maybe she's onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just God striking people down. Maybe he does that here. Nothing wrong might be stretching a point.
What about Mr. Nazi Man in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he?
Well, that's true. Perhaps the Reaper is more discerning than I thought.
Exactly. So I ain't worried. I'm totally fine. Funsies. I'm not God, but I wouldn't complain if you addressed me by that name.
Fair.
He would.
Core, it was out of this world. Out of this world it was. The brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine, and suddenly it started billowing smoke. Then it just went pop. I ain't seen a better experiment here yet.
Yeah, this one, a man died.
Highlight of the event, truly.
Exactly. Sorry?
You mean you saw it, Jenny? With your own eyes?
Yeah, of course. The boss is in charge here, ain't he? Of keeping everything running smooth, I mean.
The boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. That's gonna take some getting used to.
So all I have to say is that I'm on duty, and I can do whatever I want to. Get this. I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened. Watched it from above.
No, you're so lucky, Ginny. Maybe I should just join Scotland Yard too.
She just wants to see the view, man.
Mhm.
That's all she
Yeah,
wants.
do it.
A little bit of abuse of power too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how to put the boss in his place already, right, Iris? You have no, you'd have no trouble at all.
Then it's settled. When do I start?
No. You can't just join Scotland Yard, Iris.
Why
We'll
not?
see. For now. Anyways,
Yeah.
what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success?
Oh, right. Well, it was a success in a way.
It was? How can it have been? We found the dead guy in the tower. Surely after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success.
It's like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of smoke and that whopping great bang. But where'd you think they found the victim's body, eh? In the crystal tower over there.
I was right again. What? In the tower?
You can see for yourself, can't you? Up there above the scaffold?
Oh, were all the glasses broken, you mean?
Yeah. The cage what the victim got in to start with really did get beamed through the air or whatever. Whatever, and landed all the way over there. So you see, it did kind of work, didn't it?
What? I don't believe it.
I mean, I don't get the ins and outs of it, but anything's possible, right? With science. Oh, I tell you what, you can't have this. It's a plan of the experiment they drew up at the yard.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go on. I had 3 bob off you before, so fair's fair.
Yeah, I didn't actually give that to you. Did I?
Never mind.
Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange.
For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating is off the cards for all of us.
Yes. Naughty old Gregsy ran off after that without explaining himself.
Oh, right, that. Hairbrain. The secrets of my teleporter machine are so confidential that even I don't know how it happened. Rinosuke. So, how do you know it even tried to teleport him?
Good question. We're thinking
The
here.
boss said... the boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine what blew up yesterday.
Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant.
In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations?
Nah, you're not getting it. Jesus. We ain't allowed to investigate neither.
Why?
Those reasons.
What did the boss call him again? Forensic investigation team, I think. Anyway, part of apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. A bit funny, isn't it?
So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can't investigate. Yeah, I've never heard of something like that before.
I thought I could have a gander on the quiet, though, but the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him giving me an earful about it before from down here, didn't you? It's not bleeding fair.
I think you were giving him as much of an earful back as I remember it. That's my girl.
Yeah, well, sometimes I think all of them chips what make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Odo. Go on, see if you can get through to him.
He's up on the platform above us, is he? Where that machine exploded is.
We can try, can't we, Bruno? Gregsy will listen to us.
Sure. And do I have to actually move? No. Aha. Hello.
That's where the cove ended up after his instant kinesis, or whatever they call it. Dead, of course.
And yet they're calling the experiment a success?
What's the wooden scaffold there for?
The coppers, our lads, set that up after the incident happened. To get the body down, I think. Dunno, really.
Yes, clearly Longstrongheart only has the best intentions and isn't using the Forensic Investigation Department to obfuscate crime scenes.
Yeah.
Because he seemed completely, on top board, or whatever the saying is. On board? Overboard.
Above
On board?
Above board, there we go.
There it is.
I got this. I speak English good.
Same. Lol.
Didn't you help to erect the scaffold then?
Yeah, lookout duties were my thing. Wandering around the exhibition and keeping a lookout. The fun stuff.
Mind Gregson doesn't hear you saying that, or he'll give you the boot. It's incredible, though, isn't it? I mean, could the victim really have bridged that gap by some sort of invisible kinesis? The Crystal Tower. It's certainly an apt name. It was built to be the focal point of the exhibition. And it definitely is, being so tall and with all that glass. I can't imagine a building like this ever being erected in Japan.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, we really weren't into that.
There are lots of exhibits inside the towers as well, apparently. Of course, there is an observation deck, but there's also an art gallery, a zoo, and a museum. But I heard you have to queue for 3 hours just to get through the doors.
Well, at the moment, the shattered glass from the failed experiment may well be the biggest draw.
And thanks to that accident, the whole tower is shut.
Suddenly, it's not the Crystal Tower anymore, but the Crystal Glass Shower.
Apparently, everyone's taking to the skies now to look down on the disaster area from above instead. But there's a 3-hour queue to go up the balloon now.
Londoners must be very patient people. They are not, for anyone who is wondering here. This platform must have been set up for the experiment, I suppose. It's very high up.
About 30 feet above ground, apparently. That's what policeman I just spoke to said.
I don't really understand feet very well. We don't use them in Japan.
Metric system? What?
Oh yes, sorry, it's about 9 meters.
My
It
dumbass was like, what do you mean? You definitely use feet. Have them attached to your body.
Wow.
Anyway.
10 out of 10. Oh, yeah.
It's been a day, y'all. I'm so sorry.
But seeing you have been in London a year, Runo, it's time you got used to our measurements.
Yeah, well, this thing is so tall, the spectators at the front would just have seen a wall and nothing else.
They probably thought they'd secure the best spot to watch from, only to be disappointed.
There's a saying in Japan, the darkest spot is right under the lighthouse. I feel like it probably applies here.
Is that a real saying?
It is indeed a real saying.
Wow, I love that.
Oh look, what is this? A ripped piece of cloth.
It's not like any fabric I've ever seen before. It's very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable.
It's canvas, I think, with some sort of rubber backing. And the edges appear to be a bit charred as well.
Maybe that means it had something to do with the explosion.
Let's make a note of it while Ginny mid-yawn.
Woo!
Yippee. Oh, it looks as though somebody dropped something behind the tree just there.
Dropped or hid? What is this? Some part of the machine that exploded?
Maybe. It could have fallen from the platform above the blast, perhaps.
What's going on here?
Nothing. Oh, nothing. I think I'll hang on to this just in case. Just gonna put this massive thing in my pocket.
Oh, yeah, that's how it works.
No one will ever notice it in my pocket.
Ever.
Ever. These stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate the exact spot where the experiment was being conducted. Inducted.
Inducted.
All right, 22nd of October. The Great Exhibition Grounds Experimentation Stage.
It's my shrinkinator.
So that's it, is it? The machine that blew up.
Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion, and I've seen my fair share.
You've seen things like this before, you mean?
Of course Harley's always doing experiments in the end of with a bang.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
In fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry.
Thank you. My chemistry teacher never thought so. That might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes wafting up the stairs.
One time, he made something that exploded with such force, it took the roof off the building. I wish you'd been there to see it, Rudo.
It's hard to get too excited about that, given that I now live in the roof.
Well, anyway, enough of your existential crisis. That's enough about that. It's time to investigate.
All right, let's do some investigation. Look, Inspector Gregson's over there. He seems to be deep in thought about something, whilst eyeing up the machine carefully.
Really? He just looks confused to me.
All right, well, while he's distracted, let's take a look-see. It ripped itself apart magnificently, didn't it?
Magnificently and mercilessly.
So, someone stands in the middle of the machine to be disassembled and then beamed through the air.
Yes, beamed. Not blasted. That's the point.
I don't know, blasted sounds like more fun. Yes, that part's crucial, really. Is something like that even possible, though, Iris? Please let me ask the 10-year-old whether this is possible.
Yeah.
I'm just a child. How should I know?
A child when it suits you, you mean?
From what I can tell, I think if you were to pull...
Stop! Don't touch that!
practically instantaneous kinesis the way you flew over there now, Gregsy.
Oh, please, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here.
Pull the lever, Iris.
So sorry. You can have some of my latest special blend to make up for it.
Glug, 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 glug. Greg glug.
I love the little pinky.
Oh, wonderful. This stuff really is wonderful.
It's just like old times, this is. Just without Susato.
Damn.
We're representing Professor Harebrand in court tomorrow, Inspector. So we should be allowed to examine the scene.
Hey, listen, sunshine. Even I'm not allowed to touch anything up there. It's the blasted special dispensation for scientific equipment act to blame. It's driving me potty.
Oh yeah, that special dispensation. The professor mentioned that too.
All red tape's all we need. I don't know what the government thinks it's planning at sometimes.
But we're allowed to look, aren't we?
Eat.
Surely that's all right, isn't it, Gregsy?
Oh, well, Of course, your ladyship. Anything you say, your ladyship. But please don't go get your dainty hands dirty, will you?
Don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Reno?
She really knows how to get what she wants.
I do.
We wouldn't dream of touching anything. We just might put it in my pocket.
We might touch it.
Using high voltage electricity to somehow disassemble a man's body and then beam him across to the crystal tower. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public.
True. It was by far the most unusual of the experiments planned for the exhibition, mind.
To be honest, I'm a bit surprised it was allowed. Carrying out something so dangerous with so many spectators present, I mean.
The government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology at the moment. They're more worried about being ahead of the game than odd spot of public safety infringements.
Some of you may die, but that is a risk I'm willing to take.
Exactly. If they can be the first to develop some new technology, it makes Britain more powerful in the future, you see?
Yeah, I suppose that's true, in a way.
So the powers that are placing a heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment.
What sort of rights?
Well, they're making it so that any theories the brains have remain their legal property, as it were. Right through developing it into a practical idea and even going into production. Which is infuriating. Reasons us coppers aren't allowed to touch this crime scene. Because the new highfalutin special dispensation for scientific equipment act forbids it.
Oh, I see now.
The only people with permission to investigate here are from the brand new Department of the Yard. The Forensic Investigation Team, it's called. They've been relegated to keep guard.
The Forensic Investigation Team.
Any old fool can see that this heap of scrap metal was a sham to begin with. But just because it says scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing with it.
Oh, poor Gregsy. He's very het up, isn't he?
I think you're right, chat. Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to progress until this becomes a murder accusation. Gotta keep dicking around.
Yeah. Remind me again, what's this new legal act that means we're not allowed to touch the scene here?
Are you having at me, sunshine? It's the Special Dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act.
Yeah, that's what
Yes,
it is.
I think Hurley mentioned that recently, with a real twinkle in his eye, I remember.
Oh, I'm sure he did, your ladyship. I'm sure he did. Passed especially for the great exhibition it was.
All scientists aim to do is present their ideas and inventions to some suits in civil service. And if it gets rubber stamps, that guarantees the right to maintain the invention's confidentiality.
What does that really mean?
Oh, think about it. Think of all the world's changing new inventions on display every day at the exhibition. Although a good half of them are a load of cobblers, if you ask me, put forward to shammers like yourself.
Thanks for that.
Damn.
Oh, I love how absurd some of the inventions here are. It's also fun.
It might be fun to you, but remember, the force has to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, eh? Hang science, that's what I say.
Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job.
Yeah, you shouldn't think otherwise after spending a day guarding all these shammer bogus contraptions.
But if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate them? There'd be no point.
Yeah, well, there is a point, sadly.
Sorry?
Thanks to another of our government's bright ideas. If any theory or invention is deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant.
The scientists get funding.
Exactly. And that's what they're all after. All these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe, eh? Who has to smile politely and welcome them? Us coppers, that's who. So you can see why I say now, can't you? Hang science, hang it.
Oh, maybe I can't see your point.
Yeah, I agree with you, chat. This may be making investigating difficult, but in principle, I support new technology being properly handled and not bugged up by cops.
I 100% agree with it, so I can't
Also-
work in cybersecurity without it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Also, Gregson, you sound like you voted against funding STEM or funding for STEM initiatives.
This man doesn't sound like he thinks that science classes are essential, so he's
Yeah.
over here like, you know what? My kids need to go to school for like reading
Baseball.
and arithmetic and baseball.
or what is it? Rugby, soccer, whatever.
Yeah. There's
Mm.
multiple sports over there, but
Mm.
apparently Professor Hairbrain lives and works in Germany now conducting his research.
That's right. Came back to Britain especially for the Great Exhibition, as I understand it. Probably after one of the government's research grants.
Actually, we learned something else about the professor earlier today. About his time in further education. It turns out he was at university with someone we both know. Why are we gossiping?
Lord,
Lord Von Zeeks.
Oh, we're gossip. It's the hot gossip.
Hey, what's that? Well, that's news to me.
Did you know that they were students?
Were they roommates?
Did you know
Whoa.
they used to kiss in the bathroom between
What?
classes?
Oh my god, I did not know that. But if Von Zeeks means the prosecution, then as they accuse the professor's fate is
Sealed? Because the Reaper will get him one way or another.
Blimey. That man's beyond me. I don't know what goes on in his head of his. Talking of Van Zeeks, this morning paper ran the story of him being attacked. Read that?
Yeah, did you read the part about him having an assistant?
Who is hot?
A very hot assistant?
Oh, yes! But Mr. Reaper's completely fine. Nothing to worry about.
Yes, right. Glad to hear it. Still, the Reaper, huh? How long is that business gonna keep up, I wonder?
You know those fanfics Susato wrote about me and Shomes? Yeah, they were like that.
Exactly. I know. See, the worst part is Susato isn't here to write more fan fiction.
This is sad.
Like, she could have this whole second series about the professor and Von Zeeks. Like, come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
The victim of this case, the investor, Mr. Assman, he was another one of the Reaper's victims. Or so I heard.
Lord Barrack von Zeeks is a top-class prosecutor. But even he can't always push the right verdict, though. Sometimes justice can't win.
Yes, I've heard about jurors being bribed and evidence being falsified. And, well, that's how the notion of the Reaper of the Bailey came about, isn't it?
Obviously, Scotland Yard suspected von Zeeks initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to seal the deal in court.
Although the man himself denies that charge.
Well, we've done a very thorough investigation, and the conclusion we reached...
He gets no bitches.
He gets no bitches. Is that Lord von Zeeks is in no way related to the deaths of the people outside the courtroom. There's no question in my mind. I'd stake my reputation on it, I would.
But if that's true, then how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't have just coincidentally died if nobody killed them.
Yeah, I know that, but I can't explain it. It's a vampire or some shit. It's a mystery after all, isn't it? That's the whole point of the Reaper.
Professor Harebrain mentioned something else. He said that at university, Lord von Zeeks was a totally different person. Easygoing and kind.
Hey, you what?
Generous lover. He said it was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what that was? Bad breakup.
No clue.
Really?
Look, I've got my hands full watching over the frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go and make a nuisance of yourself elsewhere, eh?
You don't have to be mean about it.
He's hiding something. He doesn't want to tell us the truth.
He does
I
not.
feel like everyone here knows the truth, except for us.
Considering how badly damaged everything is, Professor Harebrain was lucky to escape unscathed, I'd say. We should have a good look around the machine while we can, I think.
Don't touch anything and make sure I'll kill you before I get strong on myself, you hear?
I won't touch a thing, I promise! So please, spare a thought for your digestion. Anyway, do you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims?
Yes, looking totally incredulous. Give it a rest, sunshine. If we were allowed to examine all this bleeding scrap metal, maybe we could answer that question. But we can't we?
Oh, because of the annoying rules, you mean?
Exactly! The annoying obstructive framing rules!
Oh, look at the base of the machine there.
Oh yes, that's a tool of some kind of poking through the wire mesh.
It's a screwdriver, I think.
Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle is the shape of a capital letter A.
It is? Oh, yeah, you're right.
What's the matter with you? Don't touch anything, I said! Don't touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strong on myself, I said!
Yeah, well, I didn't listen to you. Yeah, I understand. Sorry. I only touched it a teeny weeny bit.
Teeny weeny. That's funny.
But Grexy, I'm very curious about the screwdriver. Really, very, very curious.
Oh, of course, your ladyship. You're so clever, your ladyship. Fancy spotting something like this. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it.
But Ryuno found it first.
I assure you I'll investigate it thoroughly.
Boo. He's gone off with it.
That was very mean, I'm afraid. Inspector Gregson is going to make a very clumsy and embarrassing mistake in next month's installment now.
Good. Poor Gregsy.
Fuck. Don't fuck
So
up.
we gotta look for someone else with a name starting with A.
Right. You done here, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry?
Isn't it about time you were leaving, or rather, it is about time you were leaving? That lot are here now.
That lot?
Forensic investigation team. They'll be giving me a Evo in a minute, too.
Oh dear, poor Gracie. Here, have another cup of my special blend to cheer you up.
Oh, that hit the spot. Yup, hits every time.
Well, at least I've seen the scene with my own eyes. It looks like this is as far as we're going to get with our investigations here, at least.
I've been thinking. Harley might know something, wouldn't he?
About...
Iris, the secret ingredient is laxative.
No.
About Mr. Reaper.
Iris really said ACAB. About what happened to Lord Von Zeeks, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred after he graduated from university. Something that completely changed his life. Maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he?
Oh, here. This is what you need.
What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madame Tuspells? Is this supposed to mean something to me?
But you don't know it. It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We could go now if you'd like.
No, we don't have time to be visiting attractions today. Iris, we have a big trial tomorrow.
Not with that attitude. But that's where Harley is.
What? At this popular London attraction?
Yes!
He likes to pretend to be a wax model, it's fine.
He already looks like a model.
How is it that you know where he is?
Harley told me. But he told me to keep it a secret from you, Reno. But I decided not to do that.
Madame Tuspells. I don't see how it could be related to the case we're investigating here, but then stranger things have happened. And when they happen, Mr. Sholmes is usually at the heart of them.
He's a strange man.
Alright, well,
Location has been added.
let's see how quickly Sholmes can exhaust me.
And me.
Alright, 22nd of October, Madame Tuspells Museum of Waxworks.
Oh, fuck. Murder?
What is this place?
A murder museum.
Look at all these terrifying scenes. But why are all the people so still? Guillotines? Ruthless murderers? Ugh, I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight.
They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? What do you think, Reno? Shocked?
Wax models? Ah!
Are you scared of dollies?
I read about dead bodies and wax ones in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, but parts of them can turn to wax, apparently. It's called adipocere.
Stop talking about creepy things like that, Reno. You're scaring me. Anyway, what? What now?
I've just remembered something else I read in another magazine about strange phenomena. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display.
None of the exhibits out here are real.
Yeah,
They're all entirely man-made replicas.
chat wants to know who the dude with the brown hat is.
We'll find out, maybe. They can't be. Do you really expect me to believe that? Just look at them.
Oh,
There's no way anybody could make models of people that are this realistic. Okay, I was joking about him moonlighting as a wax model.
God damn it.
And they're all such gruesome scenes. Wait,
what is it?
oh, no. I must be seeing things. Well, we get to take a look-see. I'm loving the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an arm?
It looks like an arm, doesn't it? Maybe one of the waxwork models has fallen over.
You don't think it could be the work of one of the mass murderers in here, do you?
Brio knows. Stop scaring me.
Is it a wax arm? Or a real one?
Come on. You're always pointing that finger of yours in a court. Poke that arm now and see how it feels.
I don't want to touch it.
Touch the dead body, will you now?
Objection! Don't want to touch it. No. Don't make me touch the dead body. That big heavy curtain is in a very prominent position, isn't it? I've a nasty feeling there's going to be something truly terrifying behind it.
Oh, yes. That's the famous Tussle Spell special exhibit. It depicts one of England's most notorious killers. Do you want to pay extra fee to have a look?
Pay more money? To be even more terrified? Oh, let me think about that one for a moment.
That's why I don't do Halloween Horror Nights.
I want to
It
go.
was only a suggestion.
I might have to do it this year.
So jealous.
Pay money to get
go.
scared?
I
Hell
love
no.
being scared. To be fair, I don't necessarily get scared. So
Yeah, true. You're braver than I am. I'm a wuss.
my instinct is to laugh. So
Oh, okay. True.
it
Well,
works
like-
out.
Things not a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Except
You're breaking up.
You're breaking up, Lemur door.
hello.
Hello.
Uh,
Nope, still breaking up.
God damn. Fine. It,
Sorry.
talk about does not matter.
There we go.
No more.
I think you're back.
I'm back.
You're back. You want to say it again?
Sure. One of the things I like about like haunted houses and stuff is it's a safe way to be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know, you could get those endorphins and all that stuff that you get from being scared, but then like you're not actually in danger.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you know, it's kind of that just like I don't know. I also I will freak out, but then like you know laugh it off as like a nervous kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But I don't know. I find it fun.
Yeah.
I'd probably punch someone in the face. That's why I'm scared to go to that shit. Because I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah. Like, I think that if I was ever actually scared, the fight instinct would definitely kick in. Because I am a little scrappy, but again, I don't get scared very easily, and I love watching other people be scared. So it is one of my favorite things to do.
I worked at
Yeah.
Haunt one Halloween. And granted, he was very drunk and tried to do this to everybody in my scene, but he tried to bite me.
What the hell?
Um, Yeah, people are wild when they go through haunts.
They are.
Not rabies.
All right, let's find out who this man in the hat is. These models are so well made. I can't tell what's a waxwork and what's a real human.
Or maybe all the exhibits are real people. And when it's closing time and all the visitors have gone home, they suddenly start moving about.
Just thinking about it makes me wish it was closing time already and I was on my way home. They have statues
You're-
available. Please inquire.
Is that Jack the Ripper?
I would assume so. Ugh. Is this an example of Western tsujigiri?
I don't know what that is.
You know, when an unscrupulous samurai randomly attacks a passerby to test his sword.
I still don't know, no. But actually, a waxwork samurai would probably be hugely popular. Could you model it, do you think, Reno? Doing that tsujigiri thing you mentioned.
Well, I do have a sword. But I've no intention of testing how sharp it is on a human subject. For now, at least.
Oh, so you just need the right person is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Okay,
Look,
cool. I'll find one.
and for the laughs, we're going to ignore Sholmes for a second.
Lol.
Love it.
10 out of 10.
I want to
What
know
the
what
hell?
this scene is.
Bloody Mary?
Is this some infamous murderer?
Yes, called Jane the Ripper.
Ah,
All her victims were young women.
I like it. I knew it. You can tell by the way she's holding that knife. Sure sign of a murderer. Yeah, most
Well,
people
yes.
hold their knives the other way to cut things.
Well, yes.
Ah,
What's the matter, Reno?
I've worked it out. I know what she's doing. She's trying to fill that bathtub with blood so she can have a soak in her victim's gore.
Not according to the information about the exhibit on the little board here. It doesn't mention anything about the bathtub.
Really?
Sorry, I don't think it's significant.
I still think it has to be there for a reason.
IKEA?
Yes.
IKEA exhibit?
They sat there and went, you know what?
IKEA Halloween edition, take notes.
Exactly. All right, well. It's the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes has his own wax statue in here? Really?
No. He wishes.
Well, he is a world famous after all.
It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it? Makes my skin crawl to look at.
I know. But look, Reno, you can kick this Harley, and he doesn't move a muscle.
Impressive.
You can't go around kicking the...
Oh no, he cringed. Not the visible cringe. Where did you kick him, Iris? Where did you kick him?
You can't go
God.
around kicking the exhibits, Iris. Wait. It just moved, I'm sure. And not just a little bit either.
Oh, really? Did it?
And look closely. There are beads of sweat on the face of this waxwork model.
We should start shit talking him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Make fun of his hair or some shit.
Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look. There's a great murder scene to enjoy. Much more appealing.
Hold it!
My dear fellows, I take exception to your recoiling in such a manner as if you've seen something truly abhorrent.
Mr. Sholmes. I knew it.
Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbade you from divulging my temporary waxwork secret to Mr. Naruhodo.
Temporary waxwork? What do you mean?
That kick! Could you not have exercised a little more restraint? You winded me.
But Reno has something he needs to ask you.
Oh, a question.
Do I seek you out normally? Because I'm gonna guess the answer to that is no.
And I thought he'd probably be getting bored too. So here we are.
Well, I can't deny that your timing is impeccable. A mere 2 minutes more being stationary like that, and my great brain upon which all my success has been built would have turned to wax.
Thank goodness we arrived in time.
Indeed, in many ways, the pair of you just saved the world from an unimaginable loss.
How tragic that would have been.
Oh, Holly, you do like to talk nonsense, don't you?
He could know something, it's true, about Lord Von Zieks and what happened in the past to change him.
Now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? But you're in luck. I've certainly quite taken with the idea of conversing.
Oh, well, actually, I'm in quite a hurry.
If my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot within the walls of this very museum. Most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no. Really?
Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter about which you've come to me now.
But how could it be?
We shall speak again presently, my dear fellow. And for now, I must return to my work.
What, back to being a temporary waxwork exhibit? I was joking about that.
I have a special job.
What is this place?
Madame Tuspel came to London from France 3 years ago, I understand. Said she opened the little waxwork museum last year. It's enjoyed a great popularity in London.
There are museums like this in Japan, too. But these displays are something else. I mean, they aren't made from actual real people, are they?
No, the extreme realism of these waxwork models is a particular secret of the Tuspel family, they say. And renowned during the French Revolution for waxworks of victims of the guillotine.
Ugh, that sounds grim.
Gruesome scenes were portrayed with such realism in the expressions of the faces of the condemned.
Apparently, the sculptor would make the models directly from the corpses right there at the site of the executions.
That really turns my stomach.
That's just one of several legends about the Tuspel family. Whether there's any truth to it, I couldn't say. But anyway, this museum hosts models of famous people from all over the globe. Nevertheless, the most popular area of the museum by quite some margin is the House of Horrors.
House of Horrors?
Of course, visitor numbers are dwindling now as a result of the Great Exhibition. But people usually flock here to see the exhibits of some of London's most vile criminals in their gruesome work. Naturally, most of the miscreants portrayed here were sent to the gallows. So they even suffer now that the models of them...
Have you heard of Poor Taste? He has
No.
not.
My dear fellows, the public live for poor taste. They yearn to be shocked.
So, the hideous exhibits in here are...
They're all portrayals of real events that actually took place.
Is it just me, or did the temperature in here just seem to drop?
Anyway.
Sugato, where are you? I need you to hold my hand.
I advise you not to think too deeply about what you see here.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Oh, he's back to being a waxwork, is he? What do you mean by a temporary waxwork, Mr. Sholmes?
Exactly what you see. I'm part of the exhibits here, catching these criminals in the act.
Catching them?
Every half hour, I home in on a different killer in one of the displays and adopt a new pose to ensnare them. When members of the public come for a closer look, I offer them my hand to shake. For a shilling, I'll happily allow them to take a photograph with us.
Us? Does he mean him and the waxwork murderers in here? But, why, Mr. Sholmes?
My dear fellow, isn't it obvious? For the money!
Fair. He really roared at me there. Very fitting for the House of Horrors.
As it stands, I may struggle to pay this month's rent. Now you have the ravenous iris to consider.
How dare she eat?
Oh, Holly, I'm so hungry.
If I push comes to shove, I shall have to ask you to do your bit, Mr. Norihodo.
What's he threatening to rope me into now? How dare I
So-
have to pay rent?
With that in mind, how about a photograph? As a special treat, you may have your pick of the murderers and scoundrels in here. The choice is yours.
Maybe some other time.
Remember, Mr. Norihodo, ignore me at your peril.
Back to being a waxwork again. Is it just me, or did his final remark there sound a lot like a curse?
Damn.
Well, what is you'd like to ask me then?
Actually, it's about Lord Von Zeeks.
Oh, our friend Mr. Reaper. How did you find him? Well, I trust.
And so, I filled Mr. Sholmes in about everything I'd learned. About Lord Von Zeeks, about Professor Harebrain, and about the strange coincidence that they had been at the university together. So, I'm wondering what it was that happened to make Lord Von Zeeks such a different person.
I was sure that you'd know, Holly.
Hasn't he traditionally refused to gossip about Von Zeeks with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that there was something going on here in this exhibit hall before, that something was afoot, and that you believed it was related to what I wanted to ask you about. Mr.
He
Sholmes?
fell asleep.
He suddenly clammed up. It's nap time.
Oh, yes. Well, it seems,
Greetings.
Oh, I
Oh,
love her.
shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, hello. Where did she appear from? What's she wearing? Could she look any more mysterious? I want to be her friend.
Wanna be her lover.
That
Chat,
too.
Oh no, she's hot.
oh no,
Exactly.
she's hot.
Another lover for Susato to take.
Yeah, she's
I-
definitely gonna steal our girl.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you are appreciating my museum.
Sorry, have we?
Yeah, I agree, chat. That's what I thought too. We instantly love her. That means that she must be the murderer.
Yup, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, that's our type.
Murder.
Mr. Sholmes, do you know this? Not again. Hello, gorgeous.
My apologies. I am Esmeralda Tuspels. Two spells?
I don't remember how we spelled pronouncing it.
I don't remember either. This is my museum of waxwork.
You're the Madame Two Spells?
Oh boy,
You can do it.
Bien,
Beyonce.
bien, sir. Though only 26 years young, I might add. Okay.
Is that significant somehow?
Yes, I'm trying to see if you'd be interested in dating me. No, I
The
am a
answer
madam.
is
Illegal.
yes.
I'm a madam in name only. It can add a certain je ne sais quoi.
Mm. Right.
Firstly, I must apologize for my waxworks, or rather, one waxwork in particular.
That'll be Mr. Sholmes then.
Yeah, that one's not my work. I was led to believe he was a great detective. He seems unable to settle.
Shit.
Oh. Next time you move
Whoa.
from your designated exhibit, there will be toil and trouble.
The fuck?
Please marry me. I am on one knee now. Ring open, like, please marry me.
Shit. Oh.
She sounds deadly serious.
That's a problem. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Von Zeeks now?
Let's not forget what Hurley said before. About something being afoot. Right here in the museum, I mean.
Yeah, I know, but
Maybe a foot, maybe an arm. I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening here.
haven't we got enough on our plate already? No, now we have Hot Witch Lady.
It was apparently maybe French, maybe.
We'll do anything for Hot Witch Lady.
Exactly. Like, look. Dream threesome right now is Hot Witch Lady and Von Zeeks' apprentice. Like, come on.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Make your
So-
headcanons real.
With what time it is, do we want to talk to her next stream?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to end. Thanks for flagging that.
Yeah.
So
Some of us have to go to work tomorrow.
I have to get up for an early train.
Lol.
So next stream is Tuesday.
A week from today.
Yes.
Yeah.
10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. We will be back. As a reminder, that means no Thursday stream and no Sunday stream. So
Have fun.
if you log on, I won't be here. Anyone got any announcements?
No. We Gucci.
Just a general reminder. Wear sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
Drink water.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't die.
Mm-hmm.
be nice to people.
Yes.
Be nice to people.
Be
Yes.
the kindness. If other people aren't being nice, you be the kindness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Be good people.
Yes.
Kill them with kindness.
Or just kill them.
No, just kill them with
That's-
kindness.
Listen, that's what Kels is telling you to do. I'm just telling you, for good reasons, all I'm telling you to do is drink water and wear sunscreen and be a nice person. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm just pointing out, sometimes being a nice person is killing someone. I don't know how to tell that any other way.
Hashtag not serial.
Hashtag not a serial killer.
Your feelings matter. You're not a burden. Murder is okay.
Exactly. We are that three, like, and I will happily take my role if murder is okay.
And of course, as always, ACAB.
Yes. And find a hot lady, like, hot witch lady to make out with, because, girl. I started this stream off in horny jail. I'm going to end this stream in horny jail. You know what? That's just where I sat most of this stream. It's fine. Maverick and I will just hang out.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Thanks for hanging out, all. As a reminder, videos will be continuing to go up on the YouTube while we are gone. So if you are not subscribed to us there, I believe the link is under this, is under the stream. I think that's how that goes. I admittedly never watch streams on Twitch, so I actually don't know where that link is. But if you don't know what it is, we are Fearless Leader Gaming on YouTube, so come check us out. Feel free to subscribe there. And
Scribble.
yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for hanging out, all, and we'll be back.
Okay, good night.
Good night.